It was just announced recently by John Heyman that Dave Sims, which I think we all knew, is going to be taking the job in New York to take over for John Sterling. Dave Sims has been with the Mariners since 2007, and as we sit here on November the 14th, it appears that Simsy is taking that job in New York, which really does suck. I know that Dave Sims is one of the more polarizing guys in the Seattle Mariners broadcast booth, but he's also a guy who has been always so generous with his time, especially to me specifically. I did my senior project on him, and he was gracious with his time back in like 2013 or whatever that was, and he kind of talked me through what it's like to be a baseball broadcaster and whatnot. Dave Sims is a guy who I think gets a bad rep, in my opinion. I think that he's a guy that, as a Mariners fan who's been watching, forever, Dave took over in 2007, and the fact that he's now going to be leaving to take over for John Sterling, it does suck, but I gotta say, good for Dave, man. He's coming closer to home. Obviously, he's a Philadelphia native, and he's taking over for John Sterling, a guy who was on the Yankees broadcast for, 35 years or something like that. If anyone can do it, it is Dave. Obviously, we had some incredible, legendary moments from Dave Sims. The Mitch Haniger single in Game 161 versus the Los Angeles Angels. Of course, the call on Cal Raleigh's home run to send the Mariners to the playoffs. The dream lives. The pitch from Acevedo. Man, this is definitely some tough news for me to take in as we look here. It says that longtime Seattle Mariners announcer Dave Sims during deal for New York Yankees job. As we scroll down, I don't want to edit this too much because I just want to get this out as fast as possible, but according to BR Walkoff, WFAN is close to hiring Mariners broadcaster Dave Sims to replace John Sterling. Sterling had the role for 35 years and returned to call New York's postseason run in 2024, which of course included an American League pennant. Sims' journalism career spanned over 40 years. He started as a writer for the New York Daily News before shifting over to radio and TV broadcasting. Sims, a Philadelphia native, previously worked for WFAN as a sports talk show host from 1989 to 1993. Now again, he did pick up with the Mariners in 2007. At the very bottom of this article, it says, on top of the Mariners looking to improve its club on the field, the team-owned Root Sports will now be looking for a play-by-play announcer to replace Sims. A tall task. I find this part interesting. Excuse me. Because what I think it does, Rick Riz will remain on the radio. Of course, Rick, one of the best in the business, he will remain on the radio. Probably Gary Hill there as well. But what it does is creates a larger role for Aaron Goldsmith. And Goldie will probably be the guy day in and day out now on the TV side of things. Obviously, there were some rotating doors there. You had Dave once in a while. You had Dave would go over to the radio. He'd be on the TV side of things. Aaron would be on the TV side of things. He'd go over to radio, kind of filling in, giving guys days off. Obviously, Mike Blowers is there a lot. Gary Hill, like I said. Angie filled in quite a bit in 2024. So not massive news, not necessarily unexpected news either for the Seattle Mariners, but news nonetheless. And it does suck in my opinion. I really do like Dave Sims. Obviously more to come on this over the next couple of days, but we're wishing Dave Sims all the best. We appreciate everything that he gave to this team over the last, 17 years. And this is a sad day, but go Mariners. Oh, I didn't hit it. Go Mariners. This is what happens when you don't edit out the end. Go Mariners.